Previously on shows for Daybreak, the party got into a fight with Hayway in order to get their client off the hook. They then helped the rich tourists explore the eastern quarter and helped an old man teach martial arts. Finally, they ventured to the eroded cave in order to fight a giant enemy crab and learn about the legend of a local hero. Messeldam Trading Company. So this is the building Messeldam Trading Company owns. Or more accurately, that Almata owns. And it's right down the street from one of Hayway's hotels, huh? That's very brazen of them. Do you think they're purposely trying to provoke Hayway? That's definitely half of it, the other being a show of confidence. Doesn't seem like many folks come in and out of here. If I had a wager, they keep a skeleton crew here and their main forces hold up elsewhere. Also, this is their FOB. I can see the tactical advantage in that. Or what now? Sometimes you can be so hard to follow. Something about this place rubs me the wrong way, but busting in there ain't really an option. We'll focus on other parts of the town for now.
Oh, maybe he's got some keen senses on him after all.
I mean, it's pretty obvious.
We were warned that he may pose a threat. Remain vigilant.
That about does it. Might be time to go investigate that stall at the docks. Visiting the docks will cause main story to advance, but I already completed all quests. As a result, all unfinished quests and unseen sub-events will disappear. Sub-events?! September 20th, 4:30 p.m. Whoa, look at all these boats. Judging by their makes, I imagine this is a privately owned pier. Do you think we'll find a stall here? Probably. There's a big old naval wharf on the east side of town. Rather than hang out there, shady folks tend to end up in places like this. Sometimes you'll even find folks peddling black market goods sourced straight from the Navy. I see. If that kind of trading is possible here, I wonder if Hayway has less oversight here as well. Maybe that means we'll find what we're looking for. Only one way to find out. I've got a hunch where the stall might be. We should go straight there. Sun's gonna go down soon. Come on down. I've got great stuff for great prices. What about you, my fine hard-working friend? The pristine orbital radio comes straight from the Navy and it's a real bargain. Maybe people would actually buy your junk if it didn't break after a couple of weeks. Hey now, sure, some of my customers have been unlucky, but it's not like all my wares go bad. I mean, come on, just look at this thing. It's brand spanking new. Forget it already. Besides, the wife will have a conniption if I come home with your crap in hand. Hold on, at least take a look at all these rare items. Don't mind if I do. Well, finally a man with a discerning eye. What can I do for you today? As it happens, I've been browsing the stalls all over town, but they're all just selling the same old stuff you find anywhere. I was hoping to find something a bit more special, if you know what I mean. Oh, then you've come to the right place, my friend. My wares are the rarest of rare. You won't find variety like this anywhere else. So what sort of items are you interested in? See anything that looks like this? Isn't that what? This must be it. I think so too. You wouldn't happen to have one on hand, would ya? Sorry, sir. Unfortunately, I'm not familiar with whatever that is. Really? I'd heard a rumor that there was one in a stall around here. Well, about that. Please, if you know anything at all, please tell us. But miss, I have a connection to that item. It's precious to me. If you have any information on it at all, I'll make sure you're duly rewarded. Won't you please help us? Let me guess. Almata had you swear silence. She's really knocked him off guard. No kidding. Wasn't expecting her to bust out the puppy dog eyes, but whatever works, I guess. After hearing her cry for help, we couldn't leave her out to dry. We've been doing all we can to help get back what's rightfully hers. Hell, the little one here even flew in from the Central East to help investigate. Huh? That's right. Arusha teaches us to never ignore someone in need. Fairy, I don't know about you, but I'd feel like a real asshole if I sat by and did nothing knowing these kids are doing all they can. So what do you say? Want to do a good deed in the name of the Heavenly Mother? There he goes again. Sheesh, talk about laying it on thick. Fine, I'll tell you what I know. I had an item that looked just like that picture until just recently. The thing is, if I were you, I'd give up. But why? You must have sold it to someone else, right? Point us in their direction and we can haggle with ourselves. If only it was that simple. You guys ever heard of the Messeldam Trading Company? Afraid not. I take it they're from the port city up north. Yeah, but if you ever meet someone saying they work for that company, haul ass in the opposite direction. A couple weeks ago or so, a source of mine gave me the thing you're looking for and asked me to sell it off. Somehow it caught the eye of some nasty folks who claimed to work for that company. Before I knew it, not only did they come after that device, but they made off with all my best stuff without paying a single mira. I tried to stop them, but they just beat the ever-loving crap out of me. The wounds still haven't fully healed. That's awful. I can't believe them. Guessing you can't take this case to the cops or guild given the kinds of stuff you sell here either. Even if you could, you wouldn't out of consideration for your source, am I right? You're a sharp one. They said to sell it off quietly for cheap and never speak a word of it ever again. Well, honest to AEOS, that's all I know. There's clearly more to this than meets the eye. We'll have to leave it here for today. Oh, is that a party or what? Real rude of you not to invite us, old man. It's them. If you want value your lives, run. You're letting him go then. That means we're the ones they want. I was wondering how long it'd be till those employees came to greet us. So this is the fixer poking around our business, eh? Didn't hear he had some sweet armed candy with him, though. That lucky asshole. Ignoring the runt, I wouldn't mind taking Blondie for a spin, if you know what I mean. The runt? Can I hurt them? Do what you want. Nothing too extreme, though. Understood. I'm not sure about this. Got some fire in those eyes, shorty. I've got a lot of steam to let off thanks to those local bastards. You're just a punching bag I've been looking for. 5 hostiles confirmed. Commencing dismemberment. Dismemberment is the definition of extreme.
Fine, let's play. I'll kick your ass for now. Let's have some fun.
What is with her speed?
You'll pay for that.
Man.
Use a sharp boost to get the upper hand.
I wish I had an instant cast turn, dude.
Flames protect us.
Got a whole slew of them.
Heated roar. Temper hit point region on turn.
Just try and take me. Here goes. Got a whole slew of them.
Full boost. Go all out.
Is there a way to hit all of you? Yeah.
Activating
Time
skill.
for the main event.
Earth impact.
Vandalize. Raid.
Activating skill.
Son of a...
Oh, what? One dude survived.
Do your work.
Wow. That was messed up. Can't believe he hit me from here. Seriously. He has a nail bat. How the hell?
Have some more. Son of a...
I did it. I'm powered up.
The hell? Even the chicks are strong. Can't afford to lose now. Quick, grab the blonde one as a hostage.
Are you losers for real? You get whipped and you still won't get the hell out of my town?
Hey, it's him. Ah, shit.
It's that vigilante from the Eastern Quarter.
That's our boy. Go get him.
That must be him. It's Aaron.
Right on cue.
Come on. We gotta go.
Seriously? Like I'd let you run away now. Say! Wong! Got it! I've been waiting for this!
Look at him go.
Doing us proud, one butt kicking at a time!
He got them in one fell swoop. A fast swoop, too.
Guess the stories didn't quite do him justice.
I take it you're the guy Sal hired? I'd love to give you a proper long port welcome, but, well,
Wait, I thought we were on the same side.
Let me guess. Jaeger brat? Not bad, small fry. But my beef is with the old fart behind you.
Come on, man. I'm only 24. You really that bent out of shape about outsiders butting in?
Ding ding! We have a winner. If Heiyue's gonna let things go to shit, then it's up to us to handle things around here. And if I can't trust Heiyue, then I sure as hell can't trust their dog either.
What? 1-on-1?
Try not to disappoint me.
Oh, come on.
Full boost! Go all out!
Okay.
I dare you!
I should... Heated roar? I don't even know what temper does exactly, but it's probably useful.
What's wrong? That all you got?
Here goes.
Oh, I can still move again. I see.
This'll hurt.
Sun slash from the side?
Hit me! I dare you!
Activating skill!
Take that.
Damn, he hits way too hard.
Pay for that.
Wait, did he seal me? Seriously? Fuck. I should have equipped anti-seal shit.
What's wrong? That all you got?
I don't suppose I could death blow you. If I could blind you, that'd be funny.
There. Myriad Blast! Got your number.
Ha! Wait, I can counter while paralyzed? Wow.
Hit
Cypher
me! I
F.
dare you! Stubborn bastard!
Well, that was short.
What a show! Aaron's strong, but that guy in blue's no pushover. Keep it up! That guy's a beast! Aaron, isn't that enough already? No way I'm gonna give up now! Not until this dude is begging at my feet for mercy!
Who's going to win? It's hard to say. They're evenly matched.
Not too shabby. But it's about time I wrap this up.
That's quite enough.
Of course, it had to be you.
Where did she come from? It's that bracer from before.
Is that Beauty's blade? Yeah, the famous A-rank bracer! But what's she doing here? You gotta be kidding me. Holy crap.
I'll have to ask you all to refrain from fighting in public spaces. Do I make myself clear?
Don't let that pretty face fool you. She mopped the floor with a bunch of us back home.
I don't care. I ain't gonna let some lady talk down to me.
You haven't seen the last of us!
Didn't think I'd be running into a celeb today. Look here, do what you want with Pops over there, but those punks are our problem. Doubt the guild wants to stick their nose in Heiyue's business, am I right?
Normally, yes. But so long as you're ordinary citizens, it is our duty as bracers to ensure your safety. Though judging by your swordsmanship earlier, I don't imagine you'll be needing our protection.
Glad to hear it. Keep the guild out of our way, and we won't have any problems. Same goes for you guys. Go dance in the Lu family's palm for a while, see the sights, and then get the hell out of my town.
That kid's even more of a handful than I was expecting. Hello, Pop. I'm Kettle. The way you broke up that fight was amazing. Sorry we ended up causing you trouble. Don't worry, it's all part of the job. As is making sure everyday people aren't dragged into dangerous situations. Oh. I hear you, alright. Anyway, since we're here, why don't we go grab a bite? What a view. With a skyline like this, it's no wonder people call this a dazzling city. Definitely one of this place's best features. No disagreement here. Please enjoy your meal. Well, ain't you the VIP? Not every day the head chef comes out to greet the guests themselves. I suppose. A while back, I helped this restaurant out of some trouble. They've been treating me like royalty ever since. It's been surprisingly convenient to come here since this establishment distances itself from Hayway. Damn, I was just joking, but you really are the Miss Popular. So not every business in Longport aligns with Hayway then. Correct, there are many other companies investing in the city after all. People often use this restaurant as neutral ground to discuss business. Interestingly, the Eastern food served here is more akin to Longlai's cuisine than that of Longport. Eastern is a rather broad term, I suppose. So, let's show up the table talk for now. We wouldn't want the food getting cold. Especially not a meal as lovely as this. Yay, time to dig in. Munch. Really is delicious, isn't it? Wouldn't shock me if the chef here trained under the best in the biz back in Longlai. Guess we should be thanking the famous Beauty's Blade for the hookup. You can stop that anytime, thank you. Besides, I'm sure your client would be more than happy to prepare any reservation if you only asked. Perhaps a fine meal at the Kowloon Hotel's restaurant would do. On to SRA, huh? It doesn't quite sit well with me that you have connections like this. But given the fact that they never come to us, you are the right man for the job. Expectations ain't that high, really. We're just holding down the fort until Sal gets back. I assumed as much, though I'm not sure the White Orchid Dragon will be quite as successful securing the help he's after. While that person hasn't left it behind entirely, they seem hesitant to continue the family business. Damn, you know her? I could ask the same of you. This person they keep mentioning must be very well connected. Aren't you going to finish your food, Anyas? Of course. I just wanted to say that I'm glad you're here, Elaine. Not just because you saved us earlier, but for the peace of Longport in general. I appreciate the thought, but don't set your expectations too high. The government's tacitly given Hayway complete freedom to run the city as they please. I can step in when the guild's code allows, but at the end of the day, the people of the Eastern Quarter are loyal to Hayway. Our branch here in Longport serves as an implied deterrent, nothing more. I see. Yet Calvard's favorite bracer made her way out here regardless. It's about Almata, yeah? Exactly. Ordinarily, the guild only intervenes when civilian well-being is directly threatened. There are cases where we can act preemptively, but people know where our line is and how to avoid crossing it. I've heard the warriors of my corps talk about that before. Conflicted as I am about a girl your age saying that, I'll put it aside for now. All was as usual until a few years ago, when a new organization demonstrated a total disregard for that line. I'm sure you can guess who by now. Almata. Until recently, Hayway was the undisputed leader of Calvard's criminal underbelly. Almata was just one of many mid-sized non-Eastern mafias. However, things began to change 8 years ago when their former leader, Enrique, made a critical mistake. I imagine you've heard all this in far greater detail from some of your friends, though. Bits and pieces, it's hearsay anyway. Almata's underboss at the time took it upon himself to purge Enrique and seize control of the organization. His name is Gerard Dantes. Gerard Dantes, so that's what happened. Only ever heard his name, but the guy's gotta be pretty crazy, right? He's certainly proven himself capable. Almata's standing has skyrocketed in the years since he took control. His charisma is enough to bring even the most hardened criminals into his fold. And for as exceptionally strong as his sword arm is, it's his relentless devotion as his cause that's truly terrifying. Hold up, have you met this guy or something? The Invisible Swordsman. I have. He didn't identify himself, and I couldn't quite see him because of his active camouflage. But I have no doubts that it was him. If only I'd been able to apprehend him then, I could have prevented all that Almata's done since. But I was utterly powerless against him. Even just thinking of that fight sends a chill down my spine. For real? I wish I was exaggerating. The guild and the police have been looking into Almata. I suspect Hayway, the CID, and other organizations are likely doing the same. However, every attempt to probe Almata with undercover agents has ended in failure. Many bracers and police officers have lost their lives. Oh dear. That's not good. What we do know is that Melchior, the member you met, is not Almata's only executive. It's highly likely some are here in Longport as we speak. I know Van can handle himself, and I can very, very reluctantly accept that you probably can too, Fairy. But you're where I draw the line, Agnes. Dangerous has hardly begins to describe the situation here. Tell me, why is a student at one of the country's most prestigious schools using her precious free time working for a fixer? I'm sorry, all I can say is that I have my reasons. My whole life I've been shackled by circumstances out of my control, and forced to give up on many things as a result. However, in meeting Van and Fairy and working together, it feels like my eyes have been opened to a whole new world. The more I see, the more I begin to understand what it is I really want out of my life, as well as the kind of person I aspire to be. Well, that wasn't my initial reason for working with Van, it's the main reason I'm still helping him. I'm still not convinced this is in your best interest, but it's clear I won't be able to talk you out of this. Alright, I'll leave you to your work for now. Please be extremely careful. That goes for you too, Fairy. Of course. You can count on me. Make sure you take the scary lady's words to heart now. Would you like to take this outside? Please, spare me. My apologies for the delay. Here's your Sanbuzon. Oh, hell yeah. What a vibrant yellow. I don't think I've ever seen a custard with quite this shape and color before. Look at it wobble around. What a strange texture. It's the perfect level of sweetness. A dessert so slick will slip inside against the plate, your chopsticks, and even the inside of your mouth. The unique mouthfeel paired with its gentle and subtle flavors is sublime. Revolutionary even. Seems like it'd be easier to eat with a spoon. In fact, it's a bigger game changer than the Democratic Revolution. I know, right? I've been meaning to ask, has he always been like this? He never did this when we were kids. After finishing their meal and parting ways with Elaine, they returned to Eastern Quarter by bus. It was still early, but feeling tired from their first day of work, the group chose to return to the hotel. Yeah, not a problem. Be there in a sec. Uh-oh. If only there was a way to get a phone notification about that.
A flush. Looks like I win this one.
Wow, I was feeling lucky tonight too.
You might have had a shot if you hadn't gone all in at the end there. A win's a win, though. You're paying double for your info this time.
Yeah, whatever. Your boost fund was looking pretty dry anyway. By the way, I heard Elaine's in town. Oh right, forgot you knew her. Yeah, just got here this evening. Heh. What's with the creepy laugh? Ain't it tough being so popular? Everywhere you turn, there's another girl vying for your attention. You have too much to drink, bud? Like you got any right to talk when we all know your old pal is. Nope, we're done talking about this.
Talking about what?
It's guy stuff. Way too dirty for the likes of you. Now shoo.
Why are men like this? Asshole!
Anyway, what I've got for you is way heavier than the stuff you were working on this afternoon. Doubt Blondie and the kid are ready for it too, to be honest. Why do you think I came alone? Pair of jokers. Recently a pair of cheating pros have been going around making a mess of Longport's gambling scene. Normally it'd be my job to do something about it, but there are rumors that A is backing them. It'd be a huge help if you investigated them in my stead. If things go well, I'll deduct your info fee in addition to giving you a reward. Talk to Poisson for the deets. Pair of jokers added to the to-do list. Con artist working with A, huh? Yeah, that's a mess, alright. We'll see you around. You're going alone. That's the plan. Never tough and all, but wandering around this town late at night by your lonesome ain't the brightest idea. Now don't bite my head off. Why not ask Elaine to come along? Like I've got any right to do that. I can handle this myself. I've got the best nose in the biz, you know? Don't work that sniffer too hard, you hear? Topic. Sounds like you and Jack had a pretty close match. Seeing the two of you face off again really took me back. Anyway, if you need a drink, I'll be happy to help fill your cup.
Can we talk?
Back on the clock, eh? You certainly are a hard worker. Yeah, well, this request came from Jack, and I don't mind hustling for him. I respect that. If you like, I can help you along since I know all of the cheating duo. I believe their names were Samson and Richie. I hadn't seen them around these parts before last week, but they certainly made an impression. As soon as they walked through my doors, they challenged Hal to a round of gambling. It was a close match, but she lost. They beat Hal. Wow, those guys must have been pros. I'm not so sure. Had Hal been serious from the start, things would have ended very differently. However, those swindlers pretended to be rookies when they approached her. A loss is a loss, though. Hal blames herself for underestimating their abilities. So they pulled one over on her, huh? Didn't the same thing happen to one of Jack's old buddies? Oh, you heard about that, did you? You're well researched. The person in question is very much ashamed about that. And so is Hal, for that matter. She's really beating herself up over this. I get why. Her pride's been wounded. Anyhow, Samson and Richie showed their true colors after the match. As I recall, the two of them ran around yelling, "We kicked Hal's ass, and I bet Jack's too scared to take us on." I heard they've been repeating that ad nauseum in our gambling joints around Longport. That's about all I know on my end. I don't have anything on A sorry to say. Don't be sorry, you've already been a huge help. I can get the rest of what I need on my own. Jack and Hal's reputations are on the line, so I'll get this all on the double. I appreciate that. Best of luck, man. Thanks. I need to find the people who are in the know about Longport's underground scene and question them. Guess I can check out Dr. Longkai's place first since it's nearby. Or your assistant's not with you? I'm sure you don't need me to tell you this, but Longport can be very dangerous at night. You better watch yourself out there, alright? I know. Jack said the same thing. Oh, did he? That's funny. Well, I know you're busy with work, but if you get some free time, drop by for a drink. If you do, I'll make you some special sweets to go with it.
Let me ask you something.
I overheard your conversation, so you know that I lost then. Well, yeah. So this is so humiliating. I'm Jack's partner, so I can't lose face like this. I swear I'll get them next time. I won't go down without a fight. Yeah, I know you'll kick their asses in the next week. You've got this. Heh, thanks. Though I know I may not get the chance. Earlier, Jack said, I'm gonna take off as soon as I can drink the night away, but I'm guessing he's going out to confront them with you, right? Since A's involved, you gotta understand where he's coming from. Sure, but he doesn't have to be such a worrywart. He should know I can take care of myself. But fine, I won't be selfish. Sorry for getting you wrapped up in my mess. Hey, don't apologize. You didn't do nothing. I have some serious beef with A, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, I've got plenty of info to sell, so if you're interested in buying, you know where to find me. Well, I tried my luck in a game with Jack. I'm sure you can guess how that went. I thought he hadn't changed at all, but I see now I was dead wrong. Even when plastered, he's as sharp as a tack. Honestly, I think he's amazing.
There's to look forward to.
Damn it, I lost again. Ugh. How the hell did Jack get so good? The guy was as red as a tomato. He practically drank himself under the table, and he still kicked my ass. He's got the devil's own luck, I tell ya. Hayway's never happy when an incident occurs in the eroded cave. Hurts their bottom line. Things get dangerous there at night, so for my sake, don't even think about going there right now. I had no trouble finding work after quitting the mining job. Trade and finance were on the rise at the time, so there were all sorts of carrier jobs available. They replaced the mining business here, and thus the mine was drawn the ever-changing tide of the economy. That place held a great many memories, so perhaps that is why I was saddled with regrets.
Must be the Eastern Quarter.
I know you're intimately familiar with the Eastern Quarter, but its storied history holds many secrets. Secrets that even the citizens aren't privy to. It may behoove you to look into its past someday. I think you'll find some points of interest.
Oh, good stuff right here.
Hello there, Van. I assume the young ladies have retired for the evening. Now that I think about it, you haven't visited us at night, have you? Why don't you try this tonic powder? It's sure out of spring in your step. Works wonders for me and my wife. I'll consider it. Though that thing looks a bit sketch, to be honest. You're gonna tank your brand if you try to sell that crap. Sketch? Crap. You wouldn't, me dear sir. I'll have you know my medicine is the finest in all of Longport. The clinic buys my herbal medicine at wholesale prices. Huh, so that's why you're selling food ingredients then. Aren't you leaving a lot of money on the table by not going all in on medicine? Sure, but I enjoy selling food as well. Seeing the looks on unsuspecting customers' faces when they first try out my stuff is a daily delight. I live for the moments when young women complain about my food being bitter and end up getting hooked anyway. Okay then, one question your weirdo kinks, out loud. Do you find yourself exhausted at night but don't want to go to sleep? Well, do I have the stuff for you? In particular, this stuff works quite well on folks who, well, you know. Well, this isn't Arkride. I heard from my daughter that you met Aaron. We apologize that your encounter with him was so combative. Aaron can be quite intemperate sometimes, not to mention stubborn. Yeah, I got that much from our fight. His strength is the real deal, though. I can see why you guys struggle to rein him in. I promise you that he's not a bad guy at all, just a little rough around the edges. He's always looking after his friends, and, while he'll never admit it to your face, he is very kind to the children and the elderly. It's just as she says, were it not for those qualities, we wouldn't put so much faith in him. He also has a vast array of knowledge and possesses great leadership skills, which will serve him well should he become an elder of Hayway. My oldest son wishes to climb the ladder of Hayway, so he desires those attributes. That's why he is studying abroad as we speak. Gotcha. Well, don't worry about Aaron and me. I never judge a book by its cover. Gotta at least make it to the midpoint before I make a call. And it looks like I'll have a chance to get a good long look at him and his actions soon. It's just as I heard. You may seem brash on the surface, but you're actually very observant. Well then, I shall leave this matter in your capable hands. If you would, please watch over Aaron in my stead. Also, while this is just my opinion, I get the feeling that if you and Aaron work together on something, you'll get along quite well. Aaron may be reluctant to join Hayway, but I truly believe that when the time comes, he shall step up to the plate and lead us. I have faith that he will one day look inward and realize his true calling. Just like my son did. Looks like Fan has come home for once. If you have anything to discuss with him, now's the time. I'm jealous of you free as bird types. Wish I could play the coop, but if I tried, the old ball and chain would throw a fit. Speaking of, don't you have a family too? Should you really be leaving your kids to fend for themselves? Well, I'm not worried about them one bit. They're perfectly independent. I think they'd be more annoyed if I wasn't out and about. They get a kick out of the fun stories and the rare stuff I bring back from my travels. I'm sure you'd be disappointed if I hung my hat and rest of my laurels too. Do you love hearing about my adventures? I mean, sure, but what you're doing is still dangerous. And word of advice, you should carve out some more time for your kids. They're gonna get sick of your antics eventually. You may very well be right. I remember seeing this guy at the inn. So he's pals with Gien, huh? Unlike me, Gien has firmly planted his feet into the ground and spread his roots. That approach has its perks, I'll admit. Having a consistent clientele must be nice. I can't blame him for wanting the stability, but me, I like my freedom too much to change course. An antique merchant got beaten to hell and back by some gangsters of the port. He might just pull out of the biz. Normally I'd be fine with less competition, but this just isn't right. Also, if they're targeting an antique dealers, I could be next. I'll have to start sleeping with one eye open. Nighttime here is unbelievably chaotic. Why can't tourists walk to our towns? Longport isn't the only place that's representative of the East. For instance, there's Longlai, a village on the eastern border that is very much like the Far East. The nights there are evidently quite serene. Eastern culture is wide and varied. If you believe Longport encapsulates the East in its entirety, then your perspective is as shallow as a puddle. I should ask Aaron for some pointers. He knows martial arts and everyone looks up to him. I'm going to become just as strong as him one day, and I'll definitely be able to protect the city with Gien. Maybe Aaron would be willing to train with me again. Or no, not Zen. Wrong one. Aaron and I go to the same Gekka school, so I've been able to see him in action. He's mainly a swordsman, but he's a master of unarmed martial arts too. He's also a great teacher. Spicy fermented food does especially well during the evening hours. It pairs well with alcohol. The same can be said of dried fish, which is also on the menu. Why don't you give it a try?
Friend, got something you'll like.
Well, I've been spending most of my night talking with this kind merchant here. He's been teaching me all about Eastern culture. And thanks to him, I'm loaded up on medicinal herbs, and I bought a holy vase for an absurdly cheap price. This Mashi character is awesome. I really hit the jackpot today. I feel like I've seen the character before, but the merchant says it's 100% original, and merchant never lies, so it must be true. Yeah, Imperials are total suckers. Oh, I mean, they're my bestest customers. They don't go raising a stink about faults in my merchandise. The herbal medicine is totally safe, and the Mashi brand's completely legit. Any resemblance to other characters is purely coincidental. If I hear Mashi is a Mishi ripoff one more damn time, I'm gonna lose it. This one has a long nose, and the eyes are higher up. They look nothing alike. Mashi's not a knockoff. Look at my face. Would this face lie to you? Welcome. Will you care for some knife-cut noodles? We also serve ramen if that's more to your liking. Noodles are a staple of Eastern cuisine. Though I do hear there are places around the world that use special flour instead of wheat to make soba. Man, that was refreshing as hell. We really showed those gangsters and outsiders that we mean business. Aaron must have had them quaking in their boots. Shame that blonde chick had to ruin it all. Things were just about to get interesting. Man, we should be on the same side, damn it. Why do we have to fight each other? We should be fighting Almata together. Aaron kicked so much ass in that fight. Wish I was as good a fighter as he is. Probably best not to compare myself to them, though. It's not going to do my self-esteem any good. At least I got a good nose on me, though. Serves me well when I'm on the lookout. Our man Aaron scared the freaking daylights out of those outsiders. Serves them right. Won't be long now till we send those losers packing. I say we throw a party to celebrate our inevitable win. Someone call Aaron right now.
Daddy, hurry!
I can't wait for the show tonight. It's always a treat to see the more provocative productions this place puts on. I'm lucky that I can come here whenever I want. People who live outside of Logport don't have that privilege. If only there was some way they could be part of the experience too. Wait, no, I'll make a fan club on Orbital Net. We can create a nice, wholesome community of fans all over the continent. Squeal, the Eastern Theater is incredible. The Eastern charm, the setting, choreography, and those dashing performers. Alright, boys, back in we go. I can't wait to see the next performance. Get hold of yourself, Melise. We've been watching these non-stop for 5 hours. Don't make us watch an hour, please. This is her idea of revenge for being dragged on all these business trips, huh? Theater is the greatest thing in the world. I'm totally hooked. They're putting on a different performance for this next showing, and I have to see it. The final performance of the day is coming up. Our actors will likely be playing to a full house. Many of our guests have been from out of town as of late. Having our culture and traditions accepted and embraced by others is truly a joyous thing. Today's final performance is about to begin. Our night shows are usually packed. That's partially because we have many regulars like Amalia who see multiple shows a day. She's planning to start up a fan club on the Orbital Net to create an online community for our theater. It's an ingenious idea. Amalia is so inventive. All that's left is today's final show. We'll end all with a bang. Our theater is usually packed with older guests late at night, so the content of the production is more mature to match. Being able to adjust your performance to suit the tastes and preferences of your present audience is a mark of a true professional. I heard Aaron took care of a bunch of good-for-nothings again. He must have downed them all with his Gekka style. Wait, is that where he learned his sword dancing techniques? If I learned swordsmanship, will I be able to dance as well as him? I should ask him about that later, but for now I gotta focus on the performance ahead of me. Have you had dinner yet? There are plenty of good places to eat around here. If you want my personal recommendation, well, I'd suggest staying here and having our food. Not biased at all. Our Guihua fine Indian dish, which is named after our fine establishment, has been beloved by people here for half a century. Whew, sorry for being all anxious earlier this afternoon. Just about the jitters, that's all. So what's the word? You taking a nighttime stroll through town? Don't blame ya. It gets nice and lively at night. Plenty of ways to have some fun. Be sure to stay away from those outsider punks, though, you hear? They've been popping up here more lately. Whew, that was a good shower. Now I'm all nice and warm. Let's dry your hair now. Wait, does this place not have a dryer? I should let them relax. No need to get them involved in this. I heard Aaron got into yet another fight. He was one of my former students. Quite the troublemaker, that one. I know he cares deeply for his friends, as well as this town, but he still worries me. May the blessings of the Heavenly Mother be with him and his friends. After a full day of non-stop prayer, I finally decided to go back to the inn and rest, but I'm too stressed to sleep. If my business doesn't turn around soon, my life's gonna be in shambles. Oh goddess, oh Heavenly Mother, please take pity on this poor debt-ridden soul and smite those vile underhanded consultants. Teresa often asks me about the temple's place in the Eastern Quarter's history. Long before the Calvardian Revolution, this place was a humble trading town. But about a century ago, many immigrants flocked here due to chaos in the east, and those people found this temple. For some reason, the air smells different tonight. Normally I wouldn't think anything of it, since we're seaside, changes in the wind are to be expected. But I don't know, my gut's telling me something's soft. We're done for the day, so if you have any business with us, make it quick. I plan to start preparing tomorrow's medicines as soon as we close. Hopefully work will lighten up over the coming days. But with violence continuing to break out on the streets, I'm not holding my breath.
Can we talk?
You wish to know about Samson and Richie? I've been hearing those names a lot as of late. Didn't you have a match with them recently, Shenli? Yeah, I dabble in gambling every now and then. They challenged me to a match and I couldn't very well say no. Gotcha, how'd it go? Not great. I heard about their match against Hal beforehand. I thought they must have used some underhanded methods to beat her. But I was wrong, they were the real deal. As far as I could tell, they were both just as good as Hal. That's impressive. Well, there goes my plan to take them on by myself. Yeah, chances are you'd get demolished. And if you think you can get rough with them, forget it, they've always got bodyguards with them. If you're going to take them on, you'll need a plan. And a damn good one too. Don't do anything stupid, Arkride. I know, thank you too. Okay, I think I'll talk to Gien next. He's another acquaintance who likes gambling. Maybe he'll know something about all this.
Let me ask you something.
Samson and Richie? Yeah, I remember them. They challenged me to a few rounds of cards. It didn't go so well for me. Those bastards made out like a bandit. Sorry to hear. You knew those guys were cheaters, right? Why'd you take the bait? I enjoy playing with a handicap. Living on the edge is the best way to live. Sadly, I missed my chance to back out, and I paid the price for it. Now I'm stuck drinking cheap booze for the next half year. You better not go blabbing to my wife about any of this, you hear me? Don't worry, I ain't a snitch. Wish we could mop up these assholes, though. They're raking in the cash at everyone's expense. Any ideas who else got scammed by the double-dealing duo? I heard one of Aaron's buds got done in pretty bad. Don't know the kid's name, but he apparently got burned big time. Word on the street is he's hatching a revenge scheme. Good to know. Thanks, man. I owe you one. Buy me some grade booze and we'll call it even. So a friend of that brat is a victim in all this, too. They might have some info on the cheaters. I know we got off on the wrong foot, but if we're talking payback, maybe he'd be willing to help.
Look at you! Working your ass off! Think I could tag along?
Speak of the devil. I got a feeling you're sticking your nose where it doesn't belong. This is usually the point where I tell you to hightail it out of my town. But after what happened at the docks, I'll admit you piqued my curiosity. I want to learn more about how you do things, so I'll be keeping you company for a while. And just so we're clear, I'm not taking no for an answer. So that's how you want to play it, huh? Actually, this works out perfectly for me. Fine, but on one condition. I want to question one of your pals. Van told Aaron about the cheaters. You're chasing those ass clowns. Then that's all the more reason for me to join up with you. Finally, you see reason. Thanks to them, Sid's broke as hell. No one, I mean no one, messes with my bros, and I'm so down to get some payback. Let's go. Hold your horses, my dude. We're not rushing into this. I'm still sniffing for information on those guys. You know anything about them? I've got nothing. But Sid might know a thing or two. He's probably hanging around the front of the Eastern Theater. Let's go talk with him. Hey, slow down a little, will ya?
It's Aaron Way!
Yo, Aaron! You were amazing back there!
Thanks! Hope you come back soon!
Word on the street is you got into another fight. You're going to hurt yourself one of these days.
Sorry to worry you, ma'am. Appreciate the concern, though.
Hey, Aaron. Thanks a bunch for the help earlier.
Sure thing, Pops. But you'll be on your own from here. Got it?
Hey, Aaron, what's up? If you haven't had any dinner yet, I'd be happy to serve you up some noodles. I'll even give you a nice discount. Sweet, I might just take you up on your offer later. Might want to be careful about who you're being generous with, though. I might just eat you up along with your noodles. That line again. Listen, it's not that I don't like you, but you've already got your you-know-who. She's a great catch if you don't ask her out soon, someone else might snatch her up. They can have her. She and I are just friends. I love the way you eat your noodles, Aaron. When you've been in the biz as long as I have, you can tell who's a big shot and who isn't based on how they eat noodles. And since you look so darn cool and hot when you slurp them up, I can tell you're the real deal. Good evening, Aaron. I heard about your recent exploits in the port. Everyone in Hayway is impressed with your natural talents and leadership abilities. I hope you will consider joining us in the future. Hard pass. Being tied down to an organization isn't really my thing. And just when the elders finally stopped pushing the invites on my throat. I apologize for speaking out of turn. Well, you do have plenty of time to change your mind. The elders expect great things from you. We're all expecting great things from you, Aaron. But if you wish to follow your own path, I'll respect that decision. Well, if it isn't Aaron, I didn't know you were friends with Van. Though I shouldn't be surprised. You get along with just about everyone. Now, you got it wrong. I'm just following him around to see what kind of stupid crap he gets into. Anyway, shouldn't you be hanging on site? It's getting kind of late. I know you're just looking after the town and its people, but my bros and I have got that covered. You boys are certainly dependable. We didn't have people like you back when I was running the inn, so I had to watch over the town by myself. I'll take your advice, though, since things have been getting rather dangerous as of late. The town is in safe hands with you on the prowl. Be a good friend to Aaron, Van. I've been watching him since he was a child, and despite the trouble he causes, he's a kind boy at heart. I'll take your word for it. And hey, I'd love to get along with him if I could. Yeah, not happening. I've been watching Aaron since he was a small child. He's always been a rebel, but he's very kind and has many friends supporting him. He also had a mother who truly loved him. I know he can look after himself, but I still worry about him sometimes. Everyone needs a guiding hand in their lives. You still out here being all melancholic, Oron? That's not going to put a smile on your old lady's face, you know? Blunt as ever, aren't you, Aaron? Still, your words ring true. The fact that I'm chained down by my past must be filling her with sorrow, but I want her to look down on me with pride. Perhaps if I had that endless vitality of yours, I could rid myself of these shackles and be free once more. You're waxing polite more than usual, which means something's troubling you. What's on your mind? Can't hide a thing from you, can I? I've been consumed with worry, over things like losing everything that's ever been important to me, once again. Come on, not this again. You need to kick back, relax, and enjoy the years you've got left. Leave the worrying to my generation. If hell breaks loose in this town, we'll be the ones to shut its gates. I've got no idea about what went down with you and your job back in the day, but I can say let go and do whatever hell you want now. Hey, you've got a lot of nerve. You're absolutely right, though. I can't let the memories of the past tie me down. Aaron's words are sharper than any blade, but I respect his willingness to lay into us older folks. We may whine about it from time to time, but sometimes we need a dose of bitter truth to make the pain go away. He may be immature, but we know he means well. How's it going, Aaron? It's rare to see you doing the night rounds with an outsider. I'm just curious about how this guy runs his business. Kinda surprised to see you here so late at night, when you become such a hard worker. When Hayway put me in charge, of course. That said, the eroded cave is dangerous at night, so there won't be any more tours today. Unless you want to take a trip there, I'll always make an exception for a tough guy like you. Cool, when I get some free time, I might head over there to train.
Right.
A long time ago, I took Aaron to the eroded cave because he wanted to test his abilities. And I was captivated by the way he fought. Oh, hi there, Aaron. You're with Van. I didn't expect you two to become such fast friends. You've got the wrong idea. I'm just tagging along so I can see what his fixer business is all about. And now I've learned who two of his sources are. Cat's out of the bag. Well, I guess it can't be hurt to show him. But if you're planning to surpass him, forget. Van's the best in his trade. Don't worry, becoming a fixer is at the bottom of my career choices. So if I did, I'd run circles around the old part. First off, no, you wouldn't. Secondly, I'm not an old man. Cut that shit out. These two make for a fun pair. For sure, they're a comedy duo in the making.
Well...
If you two figure out anything about A, let us know. Jack and I will do anything we can to help. I'm betting Aaron's got a bone to pick with those assholes. Might be a handy partner for his case. I heard you went on one of your rampages again, Aaron. I know you're protecting us from the outsiders, but promise me you'll take better care of your body. Don't make your mother cry up there. Spare me the lecture, Doc. I know my limits better than anyone. I also know Hayway's twiddling their thumbs. If they don't want to protect the people, then I gotta take up the battle. So there's no getting through to you, is there? Just try to control yourself. You may be tough, but you're not invincible. We're done for the day, so if you have any business with us, make it quick. I plan to start preparing tomorrow's medicines as soon as we close. Hopefully work will lighten up over the coming days, but with violence continuing to break out on the streets, I'm not holding my breath. What are you doing here, Aaron? I thought you didn't get hurt in that fight. Or did you go and get yourself poisoned by all that white powder you use when you're cross-dressing? No, I'm just tagging along with this guy. Don't even know why you came here. And for the record, I can't get mercury poisoning from that stuff because there's no mercury in it in the first place. I know, just pulling your leg. Anyway, I know you like to rough those outsiders up, but try not to get yourself injured in the process, alright? Okay, Mom. You can pump the brakes on the nagging any day now. For some reason, the air smells different tonight. Normally I wouldn't make anything of it, since we're seaside, changes in the wind are to be expected. But I don't know, my gut's telling me something's off. Oh, it's not often I see you with outsiders, Aaron. Normally you're with Huang and Sid around this time of night. Hey, even I gotta switch things up every now and then. I'll probably join with them later. Once I'm bored of this guy, I'll ditch his ass. Swearing in the church, huh? Damn, you got no class. But you just... Sorry, never mind. Anyway, I trust you, Aaron, but please ease up on the violence. Remember that you and your friends are sacred children of our Heavenly Mother.
Right.
I only taught Aaron for 1 year in Sunday school, but he certainly made an impression. He was a mischievous child, and now he's a mischievous teenager. It worries me that he hasn't changed. But I'm glad his desire to protect his friends and the town still burned bright. I always feel safe when he's around. I heard you got into yet another fight, Aaron. I understand that you're driven to protect the people here, but if you resort to violence every time, then you're stooping to their level. I'm worried that you will one day be consumed by anger and hatred and lose control of yourself in the process. I'll keep that in mind. Your word is gospel, after all. Don't worry, though. I won't get the temple wrapped up in any of this. It will make you feel better. I can start going easy on those weaklings from now on. Back in the day, I used to teach Aaron and his friends at Sunday school. He was just as unpredictable then as he is now. Honestly, it worries me that that hasn't changed. You did an exceptional job this afternoon, Aaron, although I would appreciate if you shared the spotlight with your peers next time. Sorry, but that isn't how I roll. We've been over this. My presence gets asses in the seats, and my acting makes the crowd go wild. What more do you want? So you've got me there, I suppose. You're equally as talented as your mother, yet your skill set differs greatly from hers. That's part of what makes you so fascinating. The final performance of the day is coming up. Our actors will likely be playing a full house. Many of our guests have been from out of town of late. Having our culture and traditions accepted and embraced by others is truly a joyous thing. Fancy seeing you here, Aaron. I can't remember the last time I saw you show up twice in one day. Well, I'm not here to perform, so sorry if I got your hopes up. I found some other entertainment for the night. But if the mood strikes me, I'll drop by and take the stage again. Oh right, I forgot that you are normally busy at night, or rather occupied might be the more accurate term. Either way, you should consider stopping by if you can. The last time you performed at night, the crowd was in love with you. You were especially popular with middle-aged men. Wait, for real? I mean, of course I was. I'm loved by all types. All that's left is today's final show. We'll end it all with a bang. Our theater is usually packed with older guests late at night, so the content of the production is more mature to match. Being able to adjust your performance to suit the tastes and preferences of your present audience is the mark of a true professional. I heard about the fight at the dock. Glad to see you didn't get injured. I bet that Gekka style came in handy. Speaking of which, is your sword dancing based on your swordsmanship? That's random. Well, I guess I never really thought about it. I just follow my instincts when I dance. I haven't been to Gekka Dojo in ages, so if my moves are influenced by it, then it's all ingrained. Oh, your natural talent is on another level. But that's all the more reason why I need to polish my skills as much as possible. I'm gonna surpass you one of these days, just you wait. Heck, good luck with that, bud. I heard Aaron took care of a bunch of good-for-nothings again. He must have downed them all with his Gekka style. Wait, is that where he learned his sword dancing techniques? If I learned swordsmanship, would I be able to dance as well as him? I should ask him about that later, but for now I gotta focus on the performance ahead of me. Things have gotten mighty dangerous around these parts. You better watch your back out there. Oh, you got Aaron with you. Never mind, then. You're as safe as a baby in a crib. That boy will beat the snot out of any scumbag who wishes you ill will. No one's gonna harm a hair on your head with him by your side. He's a tough lad. That's right. Praise me more. As long as I'm in town, you guys have nothing to worry about. Things have gotten dangerous lately, but if Aaron's with you, you'll be as safe as a bird in a cage. I heard he chased out those outsider punks right out of town. And good riddance to them. Yo, what's up, Aaron? What you doing with that handyman bastard? We were all just talking about grabbing a bite to eat. Want to ditch this loser and hang with us? Pass, I want to keep an eye on the old fart while he's doing his job. Might learn a thing or two. I getcha. Recon's important and all. I'll keep that in mind while I'm guiding people around. Well, good luck with your mission, Aaron. Catch you later. Wish you could have joined us, though. Tell you what, the old part's probably gonna wrap up soon, so I'll join you up with you guys after that. I think an all-out celebration's in order after we kick the crap out of those outsiders. When I get there, let's call over some hot chicks and chill. You better stop calling me old fart, you little bastard. Hell yeah, tonight's gonna be wild. I'm excited to hear all the funny stories about the handyman. Haven't seen those outsiders around here lately. I think they really might be gone for good. Time to celebrate. We'll get started with the party once you're done with your thing, Aaron. Let me know when you're ready. Can't wait to hear Aaron's stories about tonight. I also like gathering info while on guide duty, but he's way better at that than me. He always pairs up with the best people and has the juiciest stories to tell. How does he do it? We're gonna wait around kill time. Aaron's never done us wrong. Following that guy always leads to some interesting shit.
Can we talk?
You want to know about Samson and Richie? Those guys are a couple of shithead cheaters. I lost to them big time. But that's how the ball bounces, I guess. Cheating's only cheating if you get caught in the act. It's on me for losing, but there's something they did that got me pretty upset. What'd they do? Did they do you dirty? Tell me. I'll avenge you if they did. Thanks, Aaron. I'm not mad about anything they did in the match. I'm upset that they broke a promise they made. Before the match, they said that if I went broke and couldn't cover my losses, they'd only make me pay what I had on me. Then after I lost, they did a heel turn so I had to give them everything I had and then some. Then they told me if I couldn't fork over the cash, they'd put me to work at the Messeldam Trading Company. What? Are you freaking kidding me? So that's where Almata comes into the picture. After that, I called up Sei and Huang and borrowed the mirror I needed from them. They came in clutch for me. If I wasn't broke out of my ass, I bet money that there are others who got suckered by those sniveling bastards. I'm gonna murder those assholes. Any idea where to hold up? I think they said they were staying at the Kowloon Hotel. They told me to head there if I wanted some revenge. Well, I'll be getting some revenge, alright, but instead of dealing out cards, we'll be dealing out ass-kickings. Yeah, not happening. You're supposed to be watching me do my thing. So quit trying to call the shots, that's my job. Fine, fine. You better hurry the hell up, though. If you start taking your sweet-ass time, I'm bailing, got it? Sure, do whatever you want, bud. Anyway, we still don't know enough about these guys. I'm gonna head to Newtown and do some snooping around. You coming with? Sure, whatever. So where are we headed? To the Kowloon Hotel. I want to ask the receptionist there some questions. I should be able to get plenty of info out of them since Hayway's my client. I'm sure they want this Almata mess cleaned up nice and quickly. They're probably kicking themselves for letting the mafia in the door. It's their fault for underestimating our outsiders. So we've got them to deal with as well as these cheaters. If they really are doing illegal gambling, then we may need some backup. I might call up a couple of experts I know. What kind of experts are we talking about? You'll find out soon enough. Mommy only just woke up now. She must have been really sleepy. We've got the same bedtime though. I promised my son I'd spend time with him, but I fell asleep. I felt terrible. The park is a peaceful retreat from the noisy hustle and bustle of the city. Maybe that's why I get so sleepy every time we come here. There's nothing in the world that rivals this evening view, except pasta, of course. Do you know that pasta pairs excellently with wine? Perhaps you should consider taking a swig and a slurp as you relax and enjoy the night sky. It's quite fortuitous that a shivering breeze is carrying the scent of olives. Those who are seeking warmth will no doubt be drawn here. Whenever I gaze at the lights of Langport, I think back on the time when I ran all those businesses. Langport went through some hard times when I was a young lad. As the city was being put back together, my companies flourished. Over the years, they passed all of them on to the younger generation. Except the sauna, that's still an important business to me. In fact, I think I'll go check in on it tonight. Ooh, I'm beat. I can't even muster the energy to close up shop. Meanwhile, that pasta guy over there is still full of vim and vigor. How in the heck is that noodlehead not dropped dead tired?
Eastern cuisine is delicious.
I recently learned Elaine and I are from the same hometown. She's been very encouraging to me. She told me that even though Eastern cuisine isn't popular back home, my dishes would win them over. My dream is to open up a new branch of Horion so they can be exposed to and ultimately accept Eastern cuisine. So you and Elaine grew up in the same place, huh? You should know that that'll be a tall order. Some of the people there have got some serious prejudice against Eastern culture. It's not just them. The world's full of jackasses who turn their nose up at our culture. Doesn't matter if they've never had an Eastern dish in their life. They'll shun whatever you serve just because they aren't used to it. I know. That's why when I do open the restaurant, I want to start them with something simple. The people back home may have some preconceived biases. If they get hooked on our food, they'll grow to love it for sure. Elaine gave me that piece of advice among others. I mainly wait tables here, but the head chef has been teaching me all kinds of recipes in our downtime. I know the people of my hometown are prejudiced, but I'm sure our dishes will win them all over. I'll open a restaurant there, and in time the people will come to embrace Eastern culture. Darren's a sweet guy and all, but he's about as energetic as a bear in hibernation. He's also a bit of a wimp. The poor guy passed out right in front of me when he saw a dried bat at the food stall. I wanted to eat something from there, but he practically begged for us to come to this restaurant again, so here we are. Ooh, I'm pooped. We did a heck of a lot of walking around, so I'm just about ready to hit a sack. Katyusha's a lively gal, but being dragged from place to place can be a little draining. This late dinner ought to perk me up. Then I can go back to go relax in my hotel room and sleep like a rock. I hope you enjoyed our meal earlier. You're a friend of Elaine's, correct? Then you're a friend of mine as well. I owe her a great deal. I come from a long line. My goal is to serve their dishes to more people, so I decided to open up a restaurant in the place that tourists flock to. Oh, so it was long line food. Guess Elaine was right in the money. No wonder the taste was so familiar. If I'm remembering right, the lineage over there is pretty far removed from Heiwei. Mostly a pain. Yes, that has caused me no end of trouble. That's why I call upon the guild when I'm in a pickle. Elaine's been a great help on that front. If she weren't here, Heiwei would have walked all over me. That's why I'm forever indebted to her. I decided to repay her with my cooking. My experience working at the inn in Longlai has proved to be invaluable during my stay in Longport. However, the distance between Heiwei and me is as wide as the ocean. The conflicts are never ending. I don't know what I'd do without the bracers and Elaine. Hello, Aaron. I heard you got into a fight again. I'm surprised to see you walking around with the spriggan after that. You really are at the mercy of impulse, aren't you? Shut up. Quit being a horse's ass. Why is it so hard for you to mind your own damn business? Do you forget that you're my pupil? How dare you talk to me like that? You're in strict need of some discipline. Every member of the Gekka school is supposed to hold themselves to a higher standard of... Blah, blah, blah. Okay, good talk, lesson learned, and all that. Gotta bounce. Oh, no, you don't. You're not getting out of this one, Aaron. If you keep getting into these fights, then I'm just going to have to keep lecturing you. One of these days, you're going to hurt the people around you if you continue along this path. I mean it when I say I don't want that to happen to you, so please just try and think before you act, okay? Oh, hi, Van. I see you brought a friend with you. I heard you two butted heads over in the Harbor District, but it's all water on the bridge now, right? Maybe, maybe not. I'm so pissed that we didn't finish our fight, and we have your Beauty's Blade to thank for that. Speaking of which, I hear she and him went on a nice dinner date afterwards. Bet she treated you real good. It wasn't a date, and we weren't alone either. Anyway, I heard Elaine came here specifically to deal with Almata. Still wondering how she was up to date on the situation when she's barely had time to investigate. That's because we brought her up to speed. We've been tracking Almata's movements and had intel on her leaders, so we forwarded all the information we had to her Zypha. Wow, you guys are on top of this shit. How the hell do you get the lowdown on the leaders? Heh, we have our sources. Contrary to your belief, we're not always one step behind. Fair enough. It's good that you can give Elaine a foundation to work off of. You guys are pretty damn competent, and you're more hospitable now than when I first came to Longport. As soon as we contacted HQ about Almata's movements in Longport, Elaine immediately requested to be sent here. She said she made contact with their boss once before. Maybe that's part of why she's doggedly pursuing this. Regardless, we intend to support her as best as we can. It'll also be in the city's best interest to get these mafia goons out of here. I've got one last delivery to make, and then I can call it night. Speaking of nighttime, Longport feels like a completely different city when the sun goes down. Don't get me wrong, the city's gorgeous at this time of day, but it's also scary, especially with Heiwei out in full force. I've heard all sorts of rumors about them, and if even half of them are true, shiver. The view from here is gorgeous at night. I could gaze out at the stars and the lights from the eastern quarter all day. I hear the view is even more beautiful during festivals and celebrations. They line up the streets with paper lanterns, apparently. Maybe I'll visit Longport during one of them and take pictures from the top of the Great Spire. Now, where did Maxim run off to? I thought I saw him earlier, but I think it might have been just a look-alike. That's mostly mighty tougher than I thought. Well, I'm not giving up. If there's a story to tell about him, then darn it, I'm gonna tell it. I'll do whatever it takes to bridge the gap between me and Dingo. Yeah, I'm guessing Maxim realized she was tailing him. I hear this year's film festival is going to be held in Farbad. I wonder who's going to win the award for Best Director. Personally, I'm rooting for Director Lam. Although, I am a big fan of Dr. Godey too, so I wouldn't mind if he won it. Every time I watch Wolves Requiem, I find new things to love about it. Director Lam is a master of his craft. I only started watching Kowloon Pictures films when I moved here, but I quickly became an avid fan. I was drawn by their unique settings and atmospheres. Thanks to those movies, I've made friends with Easterners who have shared a shared interest in film. I've been asking around about those gangsters. Just doing some plain old information gathering. It's a good practice for any copper racer. It's how we got our info on Almata's executives. Well, I say we, but the credit for that belongs to a friend of mine. I need to remember to thank him later. Whether it's investigating in the field or during rounds, Hayway makes things tough for us. The people of the Eastern Quarter trust Hayway more than us and the cops, so they defer to them more often than not. That's why Xiaoling's such a huge help. The people there know and respect her. I don't really have the time or energy to cook dinner. I think I'll just buy enough ready-to-eat meals to last me the week. Wait, don't I do that every week?
Thank you for visiting the cow.
You have to be careful when handling ingredients from foreign nations, otherwise you can get really sick. In order to responsibly sell foodstuffs, I've studied up on Eastern cuisine over the years, and I had my family test out my cooking. I've been getting compliments from Eastern chefs, so I think my efforts paid off.
Visiting the cow.
Until just recently, we primarily sold imported goods from the Central East and the East. Though now that the international relations with the Empire have stabilized, we can sell imports from Ordis and overland routes. It seems like the Empire's smaller companies have been taking an interest in Central Eastern goods. Our department store has been doing what it can to help mediate the Empire's trade market. The clerks here are very kind. Thanks to their advice, I was able to find some good souvenirs for my family. Now that that's out of the way, I'll be able to focus on the negotiations tomorrow with a clear head. I'll be speaking with a representative of a company that wants to put some distance between itself and the syndicate here. I've had a few concerns about my choice of trade as of late. Since our department store is under the Kowloon umbrella, we get a slew of orders from Hayway. And ever since the mafia arrived, Hayway and the authorities have been apprehensive about the circulation of weapons.
Hello there!
Welcome!
Damn, I can't... He has no upgrade here? What? A customer from earlier told me he came all the way to Longport just to buy a Red Star automobile. Apparently he got a model that can only be purchased directly from the dealer. Must have been a big fan. Red Star's just getting more and more popular. Hopefully I'll be able to work there someday.
Longport has...
Driving around the neighborhood's got me all psyched up. I think it's time to party the night away. Alright, Hades, let's leave our cars here and go out for drinks, and we'll head home first thing tomorrow. And we're not grabbing a hotel room, we're gonna do some car camping. You can't be serious, we're going drinking now? So I guess we would be driving all night if we'd started heading back now. I don't mind car camping, but I'm not exactly champing at the bit to sleep in this thing while drunk.
This is the great spy.
My company is thinking about working together with other foreign businesses. I'll be meeting with a representative from a company in Liberal tomorrow. It's for the best. We can't keep relying on the Kowloon group alone. Kowloon Financial Bank's HQ rests at the top of the Great Spire alongside several other offices. Many tourists love to look down all of Longport from the observation deck there. I recommend you do the same if you haven't. There's a restaurant on the deck, so you can dine on some of the finest cuisine Longport has to offer while taking in a night view.
Let's do this.
Okay, we want to go here first. There's some shopping and there's an event, huh? Smuggling takes many forms, so I'm pretty sure Hayway doesn't do it in the conventional way. Most do it at night, but as far as I know, Hayway doesn't. Makes me think they've got other means of getting the job done. One of these days, though, I'll catch them in the act. I bet one of their subcontractors will do it around this time someday, and when they do, I'll be on them in a flash. Okay, that should be the last of today's goods. Let's load these up on a double. The cops in the guild are busy dealing with the mafia, so now's the time to make some dough. As long as we're careful, we'll make out like a bandit, and my coworkers will be none the wiser. These two are up to no good. Guess a harbor city like Longport's bound to attract guys like them. Yeah, Hayway doesn't have a grip over the harbor, but he still have a lot of guts to attempt something like this. Productivity's been down recently, but we can make up for it now. The mafia is basically doing us a favor here. I was freaking out when the fight broke out this afternoon, but you were as cool as a cucumber, Glasley. I feel so much safer with you around.
Damn shame our fight had to end when it did. It was just getting good, too. How about we take it from the top? Let's go!
Hard pass. I don't got that kind of energy anymore.
Guess those gangsters aren't gonna drop in tonight either. Those guys can be a real pain in the neck. I hear they've been stirring up trouble for people. They really are just a bunch of rude little shits. I can't imagine what kids like them would want with something so old.
Right.
Welcome.
Replica coin. Item drop. Oh, what's Elaine doing here? Oh right, probably on patrol because of all this Almata business. There any reason why you stopped? Shh, quiet. Huh, why? Oh, it's that Beauty's Blade chick. Imagine calling yourself that. Couldn't be me. Try saying that in front of her. Guarantee you'll have a sore at your throat. She's not touchy about it. Anyway, let's just shut up. I don't want to get caught. Oh, are you shy? No, you idiot. It's just gonna be a pain in the ass if she spots us. Do you really want the guild poking their head in your business? Point taken. And she shows up behind us suddenly. Oh, she's leaving. Oh, you two know each other or something? Thanks to work, yeah. I try to avoid her most of the time, but I haven't been able to do that lately. Uh-huh. Alright, let's get back to the investigation. Up ahead is the naval port for the Republican Navy and the South Sea Armada. Entry beyond this point is strictly prohibited. A year and a half ago, our Navy could go toe-to-toe with the Empires. Calvard invests more into their air fleet these days, so. But our ships are still pretty impressive. You should check them out during the next naval review at the Revolution Festival. Our Navy is supposed to get a slew of new equipment soon. There might be some new weapons among them. We'll definitely use this opportunity to modernize the Navy. We have to make our president proud.
Hard to get anywhere with you around, you attention-grabbing punk.
Sorry for being so popular. I can switch into my costume if it would help.
That was a REM conversation all the way out here. How did I miss this one? I should have gone through this place at least once. Doesn't look like they're making any moves.
Can we talk?
Pardon? I don't know what you're talking about. There's no need to be coy. We already know that you're keeping an eye on the Messeldam Trading Company. I can tell you're from around here, so I've got a pretty good guess as to what your real job is. I could reveal it myself. But I'll let my buddy here do the honors. Are you seriously testing me? Screw off. Yup, that means you're gonna become an intern. Fine, I'll play along. I've seen this guy around town a few times, now that I think about it. He's most likely a police officer, bracer, Hayway spy. Given that you're doing a stakeout of this place, I guess that you're either a cop or a detective. And here I thought that the Longport police were all useless, but you're out here trying to beat the stereotype. Hats off to you. Shh, keep your voices down. If you wish to talk, follow me. Not bad, kid. Don't patronize me, asshole. So what can I do for the famous Longport prodigy and the spriggan? Do you say you wanted information on the Gien duo? Yeah, all we know is that they're connected to A. Got anything else for us? I do. Our primary target is A, so I don't mind divulging this information. They aren't official members of A. The two of them and the part-time gangsters have only just been hired. Samson and Richie have made a splash in the gambling scene. They caused quite a stir back in Messeldam. Unfortunately for them, they pressed their luck. They set their sights on swindling A out of their money and they paid the price for it. They were collared and put on tight leashes. The two were given Jaeger dropout bodyguards, but otherwise they're being treated like dogs. To A, they are on the same level as the part-time gangsters. Well, ain't that convenient? So in other words, they're expendable, which means we can bring them down without fear of retaliation. How were you two playing? Nothing, he's just messing with you. We're gonna resolve this nice and peacefully. Yeah, what he said. Thanks for the info. Right, anyway, just stay out of our way from here on. Shoot, yet another dead end. If only I could find a single clue. Hey, what are you doing here? Oh, don't tell me you're one of those tabloid vultures. Stalking is a crime, you know. I ain't no journalist, my dude. I don't give a rat's ass about what you're up to. Though I am kind of curious about what you meant by if only I could find a single clue. So you were eavesdropping on me, were you? Well, that's none of your business. Now leave me be. Even a superstar like me needs some time out of the spotlight. Fine, fine. But let me know if you want me to help find something for you. I'd be happy to take your money. I've checked every place I could think of. Maybe I should try someplace more rural. I still think this plan can work. We could turn to villages outside of Krail, such as Armorca and Crosswell. If we outsource the production of the ingredients for the supplement, domestic farms can make Eastern herbal medicines uninhibited. I agree we can't ignore any opportunities for advancements in Eastern medicine, but the business landscape is constantly evolving. The Central, Eastern, and South Sea markets have seen many changes due to the influence of Alice. And the same can be said of Orid, which used to be an important partner for agricultural goods. We have to be selective when choosing projects to back, so we need to run the numbers and look at the state of the market before deciding. Fan is currently out. Yeah, my apologies. If you'd like me to relay a message, I'd be happy to deliver it to him.
Can we talk?
Welcome, Mr. Arkride. Oh, and I see Aaron is accompanying you as well. How may I help you two gentlemen this evening? We got a few questions for Hayway. We're trying to find those damn cheaters. You know anything about them? Oh, we're actually in the middle of investigating that matter as we speak. We've uncovered a few things, including the fact that the cheers are linked to A. I also know about the incident involving your friend. It's a good thing he avoided the worst case scenario. Had he not been able to pay up, he would have been handed over to A. That's about all we know at present. Sounds like their info lines up with SIDS. I'm going to make those cheating bastards pay. Though I wouldn't have to if Hayway would step in, but they seem content with letting them run freely. If you're fine leaking us info, then I'm gonna assume Hayway's cool with us tackling this issue however we want. Yes, you may deal with them as you see fit. Those two aren't official agents of ACE, they're a little concerned to us. Really now. At present, they're relaxing in their room. Would you like me to relay a message to them? Not right now.
That's probably all the relevant info we're gonna find.
What's next on the agenda? Wanna go raise some hell?
No, we're stopping at the park so we can go over everything. No hell raising.
So what's the plan? We're gonna bust her into her hotel room and rip him a new asshole? You wish. That'd just leave a big old mess for Hayway to clean up, and I'd rather not be dead to Hayway. It'd also make it harder for me to move around freely. I got a better idea. Instead of fighting with fists, I say we fight with cards. You want to gamble with them, but they cheat, and we don't know how they do it. That's right. Hey, you never struck me as a high-rolling type. I considered that option too, but I tossed the idea when I realized Sid and I wouldn't stand a chance. You confident in your card-playing skills? More or less. But even Hal didn't have a chance, and she actually beat Jack before, didn't she? Although I'm probably not as self-assured as you. Jack told me you normally win 1 in every 3 games against him. That's no small feat. But what if I told you I win 2 in every 5 games against him? Oh, you think you're better than me, huh? Who's calling who's self-assured? I'm just speaking objectively here. I can hold my own in a round of cards. That said, our opponents are at least as good as Hal. If we challenge them by ourselves, the deck will be stacked against us. So I say we up the odds by stacking our own deck with a couple of aces, or more specifically, a Jack and a Hal. You're the man with the plan. I'm surprised at how calm you are about all this. Right back at ya. I had you pegged as a dumb, reckless brat who ran headlong into danger. But tonight's taught me that you can think things through. I've got brains and brawn. I'm the whole package. Don't blame you for thinking of me that way, though. I know I get into a lot of fights, but I really don't enjoy pointless conflict. The people in the Eastern Quarter are the closest thing I have to a family. You don't have any relatives? No, my mom died when I was a kid. So the people in town took me in and treated me like one of their own. Even Hayway's had my back over the years. That used to be true of Lao Yeye too, but he's been distancing himself from me lately. Anyway, I'm just trying to do what I can for the people here. I won't let anyone tie me down, though. I've always done whatever the hell I wanted, and that's not gonna change. Is that right? Wait, why the hell am I spilling my guts to you? Can we go back to talking about the plan now? Sure thing. As far as I can tell, Samson and Richie are genuine gamblers. They might be cheaters, but their skills are legit. I bet they're on another level from us. Probably fancy themselves as being on the same plane as Jack and Hal. And they want everyone else to think so too, which is why they challenged Hal. But they've steered clear of Jack so far. Which is fair. Jack's basically a living legend among gamblers. You've got to be on your A game and have all the luck in the world to take him down. Exactly. Even if you're a cheating bastard, winning won't come easy against him. So we're gonna make the idea of challenging him less intimidating. Any guesses as to what I have in mind? We gonna bait them with something? Oh, I get it. We're to bait. Bingo. Now let's go ahead Jack and Hal on board. Hey, I've got some news on the investigation. Pour me a glass, Hal. Sure thing. I'll be happy to serve you when the house of you can get this cheer business sorted out. Don't expect any alcohol, though. Now sit your asses down and tell me what you've learned. Gotcha. I think we finally got a good handle on the situation. It's pretty much exactly as we imagined. Those who can't pay up are forced to do grunt work or Almata. These guys are the scum of the earth. We can't let them get away with this. So what do you think about my plan? It's not a bad one. If you join up with me while Aaron pairs up with Hal, they might accept our challenge. They'd piss themselves if they had to face both you and Hal. But we might get them to bite if you two are teaming up with a couple of fresh faces. Remember, the two of us still have to pull our own weight. We can't expect Jack and Hal to carry our asses. You'll be fine. I know full well you're no amateur, so I'm confident you'll do great out there. I think this is a solid plan. Don't you think so, too, Jack? Yeah, of course. But before we go charging in, I want you guys to memorize some signs. So we're cheating those cheaters, huh? I don't mind fighting fire with fire. Does that mean we're cool passing cards to each other under the table? Let's not go overboard. Then again, I'm sure our opponents will be doing that some too. Oh yeah, I should mention that you and I will have a different set of signs from Jack and Van. We don't got much time, so let's get right into it. When I put my right hand over my face, I need you to discard the king. You'll do that when we're changing cards. If I rest my chin on both hands, that's your cue to discard a queen. And if I scratch my head, I want you to discard the jack. Those are the 3 signs I'll use when I'm aiming for 4 of a kind. So I'll be counting on you to get those cards in my hand. However, if you're 1 card away from a straight flush, then toss out any cards you don't need. When you do that, I'll be sure to get you the card that'll lead us to victory. Got it. Alright, one more thing. If I cough, I want you to drop out of the match. I'll only use the sign if I think our opponents have a better hand than us. Always good to know when to quit. And that's about it. Got it memorized? Yeah. Yep, I committed all the memory. Same for me. I'm sure you could look for the text log anyways. Sounds like we're all ready. Then all that's left is to call them up. But remember, we'll have to head straight there once we do. Let me know when you're ready to go. All done with your nighttime stroll? Then what are we waiting for? Let's challenge Samson and Richie. Challenging the cheating duo to a match will cause the main story to advance. Okay, no longer able to explore. Challenge. Alright then, time to bring the fight to them. I'll contact them now. Jack got in touch with Samson and Richie at the Calvard Hotel and challenged them to the match. The duo were more than happy to accept, on one condition. They wanted to determine where the match would be held. Van, Aaron, Jack, and Hal all agreed, and thus they made their way to their suite in Calvard Hotel. Oh, well, it's the man, the myth, the legend, in the flesh. We meet at long last, Jack. So good of you to come out here to play. And he brought King's adorable little daughter with him. It's been, what, a week since we last saw each other? Ready to get your butt whipped again? Grr, I'll be doing the butt whipping this time. Don't let them rile you up, Hal. A gambler's always gotta keep their poker face up. I know. I take it Jack told you about us over the phone. Mind going easy on us? We're just a couple of newbies. Oh, so you're the prodigy and the spriggan. We never heard of you back in Messeldam. If you're only rookies, then you made a big mistake coming here. You just dropped into the lion's den, and we're gonna tear you limb from limb. Ooh, I'm shaking in my boots here. Bet you guys are all bark and no bite. Alright, that's enough trash talk. We don't have it all day. Let's get this game on the road. Alright then, let's play. Can't wait to finally dethrone the king of gambling. Your lucky streak is about to come to an end, Jack. We'll be playing poker in pairs of 2, as we agreed. No peeking your partner's hands, though. At the end of the game, we'll tally up the chips, and the team with the most will be declared a winner. Sound good? Works for me. So who's stealing? Your bodyguards? I'll be watching them like a hawk. If I spot them cheating in any way, it'll be your loss. Fine by me. These guys know next to nothing about gambling anyway. They're just a couple of bodyguards we hire through the Messeldam Trading Company. This is a battle between warriors who have honed their craft to an art. We're not gonna cheat. The victory won't feel earned if we do. Huh, and here I thought you had no pride, but now I'm sure I see it's just fickle. We'll see if they stick to their word. Do I actually have to play a minigame? Oh, Samson and Richie aren't full of hot air after all. There are no pushovers, that's for sure. It's been the closest game so far. I think our boys will pull through, though. The old fart's putting up a good fight. Yeah, he's doing great. Had to pull a few tricks out of my hat to get this full house. This is a slam dunk. Cough cough, sorry about that. It's just me or the air dry in here. Yeah, lol. Jack's giving me one of his signals. What should I do? Fold. Coughing is a sign for folding. Can't imagine I'd lose with this hand. But I need to put my trust in the jack. Fold, I'm out of this round. Damn, wasn't expecting you to fold. You're just full of surprises, aren't you, Spriggan? Oof, dodge a bullet there. Good call, Van. Just had a gut feeling. Thanks for the save, Jack. Nice going. It's always good to know when to pull back. Heated battle raged on both sides unrelenting as the tide shifted back and forth. Eventually, it all came to a head, where folding would spell certain defeat, and victor would lay claim to every chip on the table. Okay, got the cards for straight. Well, frig, I got bad cards. Tonight just ain't my night. Pull yourself together, man. I need you to have your head in the game. You weren't fooling anyone, you know? We know you're up to something. He's putting his right hand on his face. That's another one of Jack's signs. I gotta discard my cards. So which one? Jack. Jack wants me to discard the king. Wait, what? I picked the first choice, didn't I? He must be aiming for four kind of kings. Although, he did tell me to aim for a straight flush if it's within reach. Guess I'll discard Jack then. Alright, swapping out a card. That's Jack for you, always well prepared. A straight flush of hearts. Well, how about that? What? I lost with 4 aces? Shit, we underestimated you. And that cost you the game. He didn't do half bad. Heh, Van and Jack make a great team. I'm almost jealous. You guys are down 500k Mira. Wanna keep going? Of course we will. We're not gonna back down after a loss like that. We're done with you, though, Jack. I want to play Halle and the redhead guy. We're gonna squeeze him dry. Do I have to pick choices for you too? Yes, eat that. So what was that about squeezing us dry? I'm guessing that wait, what we had lost... what if I picked all the wrong choices in the previously? This is humiliating. It's one thing to lose to Jack, but getting our shit kicked in by these nobodies is just plain embarrassing. You expend all your luck in your match with Jack and Van. And now you're down 1,000,000 Mira. Time to pay up. Guess we have no other recourse. Except to run away. Let's scram. Eek! Hell, get down! Goddamn flash grenade! Cowards! We can't let them get away. Then let's go after them. You two handle the things here. You got it. Good luck. Do you seriously follow us all the way out here? Bad move. You just signed your own death warrants.
Let's play!
Let's see what you're made of. Here I go!
If I'm getting that turn, I should have someone... Yeah, you.
Get ready!
Costs hit points, but gets insight.
Here goes! Here goes!
Okay.
Activating skill.
Soar for me!
Boost gauge limit crushed.
Chance!
Alright, I got the plus, so I can go for another one.
Watch it! They're trying to attack!
Okay.
Think I'm a pushover? Here goes.
Activating
Brace
skill.
yourself!
Vandalize! Raid!
Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
But no. Why?
Please, just let us go. We don't have any money. The mafia took every last mirror we saved up. Almata beat you guys to the punch there. Well, lucky for you, we don't care about the money. Fess up, you've been handing the people you beat to the mafia, right? Well, we were just following orders. Yeah, we had no choice. It was us or them. I don't want to hear your pathetic excuses. Save your breath. At this point, we should just give them over to the right people. No point getting rough with them. They ain't worth it. You can't be serious. Fine, I guess you're right. So who are you handing them all over to? Who should I hand them over to? I wish I could see my current chart, though. Police is supposed to be gray. Let's just do the cops here. I think I've been getting a lot of law, but not a whole lot of gray. As much gray, I feel like. I think the cops are probably the best choice. You really think so? I guess it'd be nice for them to be judged by the law. Yeah, but that's not all. Unlike the guild, the police aren't merciful. Once they've done their time, the police have no obligation to protect them. And that means Almata might swoop in and make them disappear. Oh, you've got a point there. Damn, though, that's pretty cold-hearted. And here I thought you were just a big ol' softy. You'll find that I'm a pretty complicated guy. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and call up the cops. Van contacted the police and gave Samson and Richie over them.
That's a wrap.
Love to see it.
Reward deposited.
Gray Chaos. Gray ranked up. Oops, maybe I should went for Law after all. Oh well, there's always more chances for Law later on. Well, it wasn't as smooth as I hoped, but what's done is done. Say, you know if there's any public baths around here? Even birthday got a sauna. Old Man Wank's got one just down the way. Don't tell me you're aching after one little scuffle. You gotta work on your stamina, man. I can stay up for 3 nights straight with the energy to spare. Spoken like a true teenager. Heh, stay jealous. I know, you should go for a massage instead. Oh wait, that put an old fart like you out of commission for a few days at least. Dude, I ain't that old. Sheesh, don't know if I could put up with you if you weren't handy in a fight. So you doing theater, and what, is the plan to just join up with Hayway at some point? What, I hit a nerve? Why do you care what I'm doing with my life? No reason in particular. Why, you gonna recruit him? All I am is an outsider who floats into town from time to time. There are some things you can only really tell a person like me that ain't got a stake in your life. Not gonna force you or anything, mind. Heh. This place is special to me. I get to mess around with my friends and go up on the big stage. I've also got a bunch of memories of being with Mom here. Sure, Hayway does stuff that ticks me off, but I still go way back with Ash and her family. Though me and Lao Ye aren't really close these days. Sal's a shady son of a bitch, but it's obvious that he's sharp as a tack. If smart people like him can move up in Hayway, it's not a bad idea for me to join up and see how I do. I just have doubts sometimes. You suddenly find yourself wondering if you really belong here, if you have the right to have a life that's nice. A little self-doubt growing up is totally normal, happens to everyone. But I get the feeling that you're kinda like me. You love someone or something so much you have to let them go, yet you don't have the heart to tell them that. Damn. Lay off the romance nut movies, old man. All that sentimental crap sounds ridiculous coming out of your ugly mug. Leave my face out of this. Anyway, take it from me. You can make a home for yourself anywhere you want. Could be some far off land, or maybe you go on a long journey to end up right back where you started. Point is, you have to decide that yourself. How about that?
You and me couldn't be more different, but I get what you're saying. Sometimes it feels like the world's fading away around me. Probably just imagining things, or maybe I really don't get enough sleep. I'll see my bros or Ashin, hell, even the city lights, and my vision just kinda hazes over. It makes me sick.
Ah, you really love this place, don't ya? So much that doubting your love for even a second makes you hate yourself.
Is that so wrong? You telling me I shouldn't hate Almata for coming in and trying to mess shit up? Or be pissed at Hayway for letting it all happen? Screw all of that! I've gotta protect this place! I've got to prove to myself that I belong here! That all my doubts are bullshit! But if I gotta be the one to do it, you and the guild are in my way. I already know you're damn tough, and I like the way you handle your work. But I've already made up my mind. So you gonna get the hell out of here or what?
I respect the hustle, kid. But aren't you jumping the gun a little?
What are you talking about?
I get it, you're a bit leery of us because we're working for Sao. Thing is, I'll work for just about anyone if the job's right and the mirror's there. So you're saying that Aaron could hire you. But as you've seen, when I work, I do things my way. So don't go lumping me in with those sticks in the muds over at the guild.
Are you saying?
Van! We've been looking all over for you!
The hell are you all doing here?
Pop's got caught going for a night on the town, eh? Sucks being old, don't it?
Can't already.
Halle and Jack told us everything. We've been worried sick. She's right. Wait, you're with Aaron?
Chill, I can explain. But first, Elaine, what are you doing here?
I happened to run into them on my nighttime patrol. Though I must say, you two suddenly seem close. Was one wild night on the town all it took to smooth things over?
Huh? Oh, is this an adult thing? Of course not. Now tell him, it was a hot night in Longport. We're just getting busy with a real babe. My man here really knows how to pick him up. What? Come on! Why don't you tell us more about this babe? And what does he mean by busy? Well then... That's my cue to exit stage left. Don't forget what I told you earlier, okay? Keep out of my way and... Huh? Why is your back glowing? The hell? Shit. Look. What in the world? A fog's rolled in. I got a bad feeling about this. I don't get what's going on, but I'm not gonna wait around to find out. Aaron! Wait, it's too dangerous! But we're going after him. Right.
Jack, what's going on?
Dunno, but I don't like it. Go hide out in the bar.
We shouldn't be getting sea fog at this time of year.
Even if it's a freak off-season incident, it shouldn't be this dense. Contact the other families. I need men stationed in every district.
Yes, sir!
To think it'd return after 40 long years.
Yeah?
Are you saying this has happened before?
I'm not surprised you have forgotten. You were only a child when this fog last descended upon us. Assemble the Shongshou. We must fortify our defenses at once.
Hurry back to your homes! Stay in and don't come out. It's too dangerous outside.
Hey, do you know where Aaron is? I can't find him anywhere.
He went to go keep an eye on that outsider Hayway hired.
What about this fog? I've never seen anything like... Sid! Hang in there! Say something!
You bastards!
Masks?
Well, looky here! The whole bunch of them in one place!
Our job of painting these streets red just got a lot easier.
Are you using the same drugs as the Almata guys?
Say! Wong! Damn it all!
Oh, great.
I'll take point.
Let me guess, higher elements.
Wow! They're perfectly in sync!
Look alive!
It's not over yet.
What are they doing here? Let's go!
There are so many of them! Look out!
I won't lose!
Why is Fairy so slow? I thought she had good speed. Seriously, the turn ordering is so weird.
We should go on the attack.
I'll get them all at once!
Loading enemy stats.
No, they're only weak to normal elements right now.
Get them all at once!
Strange. Anyways, let's use Icicle Hammer because they're probably gonna move around a ton.
Will be more effective. Initializing drive.
Ah!
You'll pay for that.
Okay, I'm gonna need to coin these guys up.
We should go on the attack.
Yeah, the problem is there's so many of them I won't be able to get them all of my coins.
Time to go all out! Attack their weakness with an art!
I think that's as much as I can hit with one coin.
Over here! All for you!
Activating skill!
We can win!
So... do you have any self-buff shit?
I'll get them in one go.
Good luck!
I don't
Get them in one go.
I don't think you have any self-buffs. Damn. Any self-law forte? I guess would be pretty nice to have so we can do some big S-craft spams.
Pull out all the stops!
Oh no.
You won't get away with this!
Okay.
This'll hurt!
We should go on the attack.
Nice!
Got your number!
Oh! Counterattacked.
Yeah! There! On yes!
Perfect chance!
Aha! Critical turn.
A boost would work here.
I'll get them in one go.
Pull out all the stops!
What's... Oh crap, this AoE is actually not that... This AoE is a little sketchy right now. Not cool. Let's just get these guys first. Since there's... it'll kill Van.
Flames protect
Engaging
us.
skill.
Oh, radiant wings. Knights of
Asteria!
Boost gauge upgraded.
Perfect chance!
Oh, someone... Now you can do it. Okay. Well, everyone here is decently buffed. Actually, I could have her do it again.
Flames protect us!
What the heck? These guys survived? Not if I can have anything to say about it.
Engaging skill.
Oh, radiant.
Boost gauge upgraded.
Perfect chance!
Okay, now you. Wait, are you frozen?
Keep it up! It's working!
Energy output at maximum. Activating skill.
It's the end of the line! Yeah! You're finished! Ignis! Rampage!
Boost gauge limit broken.
Even such a large mob didn't give me that much sepif.
Out of my way! Go to hell! Hang on, guys! I'm coming!
The enemy has been routed! What if there are more hiding in the mist?
Don't think so. The fog's clearing.
Did you hear that?
About 10 people just fled the combat zone.
We need to hurry.
Did they zombify them? They're dead. Shit.
Oh, Adios. This isn't even a battlefield.
Stay back, both of you.
Let's go make sure.
I don't like these odds.
Aaron.
Those bastards. Even if it's the last thing I do, they're gonna...
They'll pay! I'll make them all pay!
Next morning.
Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Gien Lu.
Lu, then that makes you... I figured there was more going on with you, but I wouldn't have guessed you were that important. Can't believe an elder from Hayway waxed my ride. Wait, oh, it is the same guy.
You still have much to learn, young Van.
Weird hearing that from you, but I take it you didn't invite us just for that big reveal.
Of course. Naturally, we must discuss last night's events. Allow me to inform you of the Elder's decision. Heiyue will remain on standby until further notice.
Even after that bloodbath.
Father, are you sure this is the most prudent course?
Today, we must bide our time and prepare our forces. In the interim, no one must mount an attack. On the morrow, Cao will return, and we as an organization will resolve this matter in one fell swoop. Whether Yin chooses to help us is no longer relevant.
How can you expect us to sit idly by and accept that? Never mind the people of Longport. What about Aaron? He's been missing ever since the incident. I know him. He's not about to sit on his hands and wait. Are you both really just going to let him go it alone?
Of course we don't want to abandon him. However, it's plain to see this situation is balanced on a knife's edge. Our foes will expect retribution, so we only have one chance to get this right.
I get what you mean. They must have an idea of what that retribution will look like and a way to counter it. Yeah, I've seen traps like these before. I see there's no need for me to explain further. However, I must have penned one note, a warning. Leave the city by dawn tomorrow. So that's when you are setting loose your shadow warriors, huh? I hear you didn't even send them out when you were beefing with the Red Constellation. You are remarkably well informed. That altercation was simply a consequence of another family's poor decisions. Had Sao failed to quell the incursion, our shadows would have been released without a second thought. Lucky for everyone that Jaegers have more sense than Almata, I guess. I am beginning to understand what Sao sees in you. Perhaps I will enlist your services again one day. With that, I bid you farewell. Fair travels on your return to the capital. Why didn't you warn us they were here? Got one last question for you, old man. What's with the cold shoulder to the kid? He's been sulking about it. Humph.
Simply put, Heiyue is a complex organization. This crisis presents an opportunity to let external woes reveal internal wounds. Perhaps you will understand this too in due time.
Is he trying to test Aaron? Well, if the elders say we aren't acting today, then that's that. I'll leave it up to you to decide how and to what degree investigate last night's tragedy. My only request is that you look out for Aaron as much as possible. I feel the same. His friends were like family to him. He'll be willing to pay any price to avenge them. That makes sense. He was overtaken with rage before. I'm worried about him being out there on his own. Speaking of worried, I'm getting worried about you getting back to Edith on time. If you don't make it back in time, a certain bracer is going to bite my head off. Sorry, but please let me stay until the end of the day. There's something on my mind that I need to see through. The Genesis. Figures, alright, you've got till the last train tonight. No more extensions. I understand. Do be careful, everyone. If you need support, we'll do what we can. I'm counting on you, Mr. Arkride. Aaron's in your hands now. So long as it's the kind of work a spriggan like me can do, I'll see us through. Alright, bet you already know the game plan for today, right? First, we need to investigate what happened last night, in particular where that strange fog came from. It's possible there is a Genesis involved. We need to track down Aaron too. For all we know, he's already changed charge headfirst into the enemy base. That enemy likely being Almata. Not bad, you got all the big stuff. While we work on the information gathering, we'll knock out any other small tasks that come our way. We want to check in with Jack too, and we may as well hit up the cops in the guild while we're at it. Long story short, we've got to roll with the punches. Right. Thanks for tuning in to this Let's Play of Trails Through Daybreak. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit the bell icon.